Hey, my name is Illya Kowalchuk, and I'm with Comic Book Classroom and Denver Comic Con, and you're watching Groovey.TV. Stay tuned for lots more exciting content to come. Thanks.
Hey, it's Groovey. I'm here with Illya from the Denver Comic Con and the Comic Book Classroom. How the heck are you, sir?
Doing really well. Enjoying the spring. Looking forward to a great summer.
Oh, I'm so glad winter's over. It's incredible.
Seriously, it's good. I'm wondering if it's going to snow 2 or 3 more times. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm so done.
Yeah, me too. But I've been getting some sun, which is good.
I noticed that your head is looking quite tan.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
It's very shiny too.
It is. It's looking really good.
So tell me about the Comic Book Classroom, man. What's going on with it?
We've been doing a lot of restructuring, internal restructuring, as well as kind of building a foundation, so that way we can reach out into a much greater area. Nice. It's been really exciting to kind of take a step back from doing little short-term educational outreach and building the infrastructure. So that way, what we're really looking forward to is in the short term, next couple months, we're looking at publishing our first comprehensive unit of study that has everything that teachers are going to need. So it's got the lesson plans, it's got handouts, full color, and it also comes with, we're really excited about partnership with Action Lab Comics. Awesome. It's got a full color comic that the teachers can download and reproduce free of charge. And that way they'll have everything they need to teach the unit. They won't have to go out and spend money that they don't have because their budgets are cut. They can just download it and teach everything that they need to help their kids both learn how to tell stories, understand comics, and write one of their own.
That is so cool, man. Yeah. I'm so stoked to see everything growing and going and doing good and everything. So, I mean, the national vision is really starting to get traction.
It really is. And one of the things that we're excited about is how everything's been changing inside the organization. And over the last couple of years, we've been doing the best we could. And we've been learning a lot in terms of making sure we get the right people in the right jobs to do the most good. And then this past year has really been about doing that, making sure that we've got the people and the framework in place to launch this curriculum in such a way that it's going to be able to expand on a national or even international level, really. I mean, it's going to be online and people can download it from all around the world. And we'll probably do it where we give away a shortened version of the curriculum for free. And then if teachers want a more comprehensive and complex version of it, they'll be able to download it for a pretty nominal cost based on the unit of study that we're going to give, and in addition to all the resources that they're going to get with it. So it's totally exciting. It's one of those things where instead of Comic Book Classroom being responsible for every little piece of program implementation in local schools, that we'll give the tools to other teachers from all around the world so that they can make it happen in Idaho or Kansas City or South America or wherever.
Because comic books really are universal.
They totally are. One of the things that we found that's really exciting is that comics appeal to all different kinds of learners, everywhere from gifted learners to kids who are having trouble reading, kids who aren't traditionally interested in reading novels that comic books might be more appealing to them, and even kids who are learning English as a second language. That the story as well as the pictures, they work together to help those kids kind of understand what's going on and be able to assemble the story in a way that it might be more difficult for them if they were just reading a traditional novel. That
is so cool, man. So tell me about how is the classroom going to interact with Comic-Con this year?
In a couple different ways that's really awesome. The first way that I'm excited about is called Educators Day. Okay. And Friday at the con is going to be Educators Day at the convention. Where right now there's an application online that teachers, librarians, ed students, anybody who directly is going to or works with students on a regular basis. We want to give away. We're going to give away about 200 free passes for Friday. And we ask that the teachers they go to about 3 hours of educational programming, so that they can learn about how to use pop culture in their classes and maybe build up their skills. And so that application's live now. It'll be through about the first week of May. So anybody out there who wants to apply for it can definitely go to our website and check that out. Just need to fill out a survey and send us a picture of their ID. and then we'll send them their badges and an itinerary about kind of what the educational programming is going to look like, and they can check that out. So that's super exciting.
Really cool.
The other thing that's really awesome that we're thrilled about is that Illegal Pete's came back on board again this year.
Love those guys.
I know, and they're up in their sponsorship of the con, and they're gonna do this program called Experience the Comics, because Illegal Pete's slogan is Experience the Mix, you know.
Right.
So this year at the con they're gonna do Experience the Comics again, and this year we're gonna bring in 100 kids, middle school and high school age, who otherwise wouldn't be able to come to the convention for whatever reason, and they're gonna have a full day's worth of educational and cultural programming. It'll be like kind of like a field trip, and this year we're gonna bring in a lot of kids from summer programs, where kids who they might be in a city program, or their schools have programming during the summer or whatever. So we'll be targeting kids, like I said, that otherwise wouldn't be able to come. Right. We'll bring them in so they can have this amazing experience. They'll be doing some scavenger hunts and some programming and some other really fun stuff too. So we're going to try to introduce them to some professional artists as well, and give them a heads up about stuff like what you're doing, that there's all these different kinds of careers that they can go into that deal with pop culture, and that maybe open their eyes a little bit as to what's out there, and give them a heads up about skills that they can develop and ways that they can kind of make a living in the world. That
is so cool, man. So what besides the classroom are you most stoked about for the con?
Well, I think
there's so much. It's mind-blowing. It really is.
It really is.
Excuse me. I think the thing that I'm really excited about is the 8-Bit Lounge.
Really?
Have you heard about that?
I don't know. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
So last year we had the Comic Book Classroom Corral, which was the main area right in the center of the con floor, and it was all for families and kids. And we had, like, William Shatner was there, and he read Where the Wild Things Are to the kids.
How cool is that?
It was awesome. He was totally the Shat. It was like his reading was perfect. And where are the wild things? It was great. And and so many of the kids were like, they experienced it, but they didn't even know what they were experiencing, right? Like, all the parents were sitting off to the side taking it all in. We had Peter Mayhew there last year. And so this year what we did was we expanded it. We said, that area was really, it targeted kind of family-friendly age groups, parents and maybe kids between, 3 to 8 years old. 9 years old, 10 years old. We had some, like, Andy Price was there teaching kids how to draw My Little Ponies and whatnot. And so this year what we did was we said we wanted to expand that to give kind of that in-between age where, like the middle school, high school age kids, we wanted to provide a space for them to hang out and maybe do some Tumblr meetups, or, like just sit on some couches and charge their phones. Right. And then we're also going to have this thing, which is going to be a living art wall, and we're going to have more teen-centric artists come during the course of the weekend, and not necessarily do art demonstrations, but just do art on a canvas for maybe 90 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes. And so these artists that these kids are more drawn to, 13 to 18, 19 age, hanging out in the 8-Bit Lounge on some couches, and they're gonna do these pieces of art on these canvases that we'll have already set up, kind of almost like a coffee shop or a gallery or whatever, Right. And over the course of the weekend, this wall will continue to expand with this amazing artwork.
So cool.
And then we may or may not auction off the artwork. We might, keep it for internal or whatever. But so we'll have these artists come, and the kids will get to hang out and just kind of watch them. Where, the teenagers are more drawn to just kind of watching and observing and not getting all up in artist business. So we figure it'll be a little bit more hands off. There's also going to be in the 8-Bit Lounge, it's going to be ringed by display cases, and we're going to have a model competition that is geared towards that age group. So we're going to take submissions of models that they're going to get to build, and the Commies, which is a Colorado model building organization, they're going to supervise the whole thing and judge it, and it's going to be really exciting. We're going to have also some other computer-based activities in there that are more advanced for kids of that age group. So I think that's the thing that I'm most excited about. We're expanding it. We're not going whole hog with the 8-Bit Lounge. We want to offer it and see what kind of reception it gets, and kind of maybe plan for it in the future.
That is so cool, man. Yeah. Right on. I am so stoked for this year. This con's gonna be incredible.
It's going to be really great.
I'm actually just giggly, actually.
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, this is Groovy. This is Illya from Comic Book Classroom, Denver Comic Con. This thing is going to be huge. I mean, you're actually just, it's blowing up so crazy. It's mind blowing, actually.
We just announced on Facebook today, we just ran the numbers and found out that the 3-day passes are just about sold out.
How many passes would that be?
I don't know the exact number of the 3-day passes because it changes based on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because we offer different single-day amounts of passes, but it's going to be a lot. I mean,
So get your passes.
get your passes in the comic shops. We're going to have on the website where the passes are available in the comic shops. Make sure you get them and don't get shut out because the tickets are going fast.
This one's even gonna break last year's record, and last year was freaking incredible. Bye.
Peace. Thanks, y'all. Come and enjoy.
Thanks, man.
You bet.